to be taking smoke breaks, G, and it's like the only time you see the sun. You really bond with these people in rehab because y'all going through this together. Like y'all gotta be there for each other because.
Got him screaming Skinnygawd like a big fiend.
Hey, what up? It's your boy Skinnygawd, Skinny_GAWD on Instagram. Before we get started, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time I put up a new video. Hey, how you doing, bitch? How you doing? Okay, so this is a celebratory video because today, well not today, but the end of last month is June 1st. May 20th marks 1 year since rehab, since I went to drug and alcohol rehabilitation for disclosed substances that I'm not going to discuss in this video. I might have discussed in past videos, but you know, I'm not, like, I don't want to discuss it. I could say a year later, first of all, the rehabilitation program I went to was, it was called Sunrise House in Lafayette, New Jersey. It was a really good program. Like, I give the program all stars, especially being a social worker who has worked with recovering addicts and people going through, you know, drug rehabilitation as well. I've had several clients like that, so it's just like, it was just a really good facility, and I personally took a lot from the facility. So just a little bit of the backstory of why I went. I was currently using, like, when I went, and I think the topper, drugs and alcohol, was affecting my life, and like it was really affecting my life. Like at first I was like a functioning addict. I honestly have been for years. I've been able to work, you know, go out and party, do what I do, get lit, but get up for work. But throughout the years, it has like affected me. I think the topper was, during coronavirus, I just started like a real depression, and I really was going through stuff, and I think we all were. Like, people were relapsing at epic rates, but I had always told myself I wanted to go to rehab. Actually, the year prior, I had started this job because like everything lined up. It marked my 1 year at my job. It marked my 1 year of you know, my birthday, and I was turning 30 years old on my coronavirus. And the next, I had a virtual party and got drunk kind of alone or with the dude I was dating at the time, and I missed a huge staff meeting the next day. I just overslept, and I was just like, yo, like, I got in trouble at work. I just was like, this is getting rough. I can't take it. So I think the 19th I called and a hotline while I was at my other job overnight, and I just kind of confessed everything that I was doing and what was happening. I had a complicated relationship with sex and drugs, and just, you know, just a rock and roll lifestyle, and addiction took over, you know. And I felt like I needed to go. So I went to Sunrise House. She told me I had to leave that next day, bro. I went to Sunrise House, and I told my dad about the situation. And he had actually told me, you know, he was familiar with the facility as well. And they told me, when I called them, they told me, like, look, if you calling for treatment, you need to come now, like, now. So I had to leave, like, the next day from when I called. Like, I genuinely had to leave. It was a real rough situation. So I leave the next day. It's about, the facility is in my state. It's about an hour from my location, and coronavirus had just hit, so everything was real. Like, they dropped me off. I don't know what I'm expecting. I'm like, am I going in here with people from jail?
I realize that I am the only one here that has any chance at all. A chance to make amends and to start over. Fresh.
Stupid ass bitch.
Like, what is it about to be? Am I gonna have to fight? That's usually my first thought when I had never been stayed away from home like that. Like, I had never been in like camps or summer camps or group sleepaways growing up. So I'm not used to sleeping in, you know, normal places and around people. So basically, I get to the facility, and there's this man outside, and he's outside, and he is, you know, he looks like he's recovering from something, and he's talking about the beers he got in his car and how his wife wanted him to be here, and this is 4th time here, and da-da-da-da. So already I'm like, this is about to be a problem. They put me through a little coronavirus thing, and then I go into this meeting where they tell me that they're taking my phone. Like, they took my phone, they took all my stuff. Like everything I had, and they sent me to this other person to take a P test and to take like a drug test. I talked to the man at the time, and I tell him, like, I confessed to what I was doing, and they basically like strip searched me. It wasn't aggressive, like forcibly, but it was like, take off all your clothes so we can inspect your body. So I literally had to get nude and disrobe, and it felt like jail, prison. Like, I've never been to prison, like prison. So I'm just thinking, like, oh my God, like, I felt so violated. But I went through the process with them, and then they took me into, it was COVID, so they put me into, like a COVID section where I had to stay for 2 days. And throughout this time, I'm already detoxing. Thank God the TV had Netflix, so that's all I was concerned about. Like, do they got Netflix like here? Do they have Netflix? So that 2 days I was in there, they feed me food. They coming in, sticking coronavirus up my nose and stabbing me with needles. And at this point, I feel crazy. They already throwing medicine in me. I'm like, oh my God. But I go through that for 2 days, and then I get moved to detox unit. I'm in detox unit, and I have to say, some of the people, let me just start off by saying this. It's all types of people. People out of prison, people, people working professionals, real bad drug addicts, street dudes. Like, it's all types of people in there. I was very, I think, refreshing and positive. My big personality, my big gay personality. I was really refreshing and positive for a lot of the people there. So, like, I had no problems. Everybody loved me. I probably was the most popular guy in rehab. But especially on that detox floor. Throughout this time, you seeing people come in and out, and you're in detox for about a week because you have to detox before you begin treatment, like actual therapy downstairs. And people are there on that floor at different times. So you see people go downstairs, people stay on the floor, and we only get, like, literally, we get 10-minute smoke breaks, like every maybe hour or half hour. We get smoke breaks. I didn't even smoke at the time. I had a Juul. I didn't even know if I could bring it in, so I didn't bring it in. They be taking smoke breaks, G, and it's like the only time you see the sun. You really bond with these people in rehab because y'all going through this together. Like, y'all gotta be there for each other, because even during the time, like, there's times for meds, and I was against meds because I know a lot of pill heads, and I didn't want to be a pill head, so I kept refusing them. But eventually I took the meds, and I started liking them things, man. I'm like, it was an addiction, but it was like, I get why you need these medicines to balance off. It's putting me to sleep one time. It's getting me to a routine. On that floor, I talked to so many people. I met so many friends, 2 of which who I still communicate and exchange numbers, even though they don't want you to do that. Like, I exchange numbers with somebody, and I'm really close to him. I think that that time I spent there, those men and the talks, and the fact that it humanizes everybody. You realize that from a judge, I met a judge in there who was almost lost his job from getting lit, to somebody right off the street that was just selling drugs. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, it was just, and everybody was on equal playing field. Somebody was fresh out of jail. People who had been there 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Like, it was my first time. They looking at me like, I'm telling them what's going on, and it made me feel more open to be honest about my feelings. So if you were considering a rehabilitation program, I would definitely suggest Sunrise House. I would definitely suggest whatever program you're trying to do. I ended up staying for some of the treatment. I left early due to, like, insurance reasons. And me, being it was my first time, and I feel like I can handle it. Throughout the time, I've had relapses, but when I left that facility, I was the happiest man in the world, because it was like jail. It felt like I'm finally seeing the real world. For a while, I was completely sober. Like, I was sober for months. I got through my whole treatment, sober. Since then, I've had some relapses, you know what I mean? And now I do, I'm sober based on my terms. I drink wine, I do. I'm saying, I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I drink wine. I haven't done any drugs. I haven't, gotten effed up. I don't drink liquor. I know I can't handle it. And I'm gonna see where it goes. You never know. Like I said, I still have struggles. I still do have cravings. I still do have to practice a lot of the tools, but rehab did give me a lot of the tools, and it just showed me, where you can go, and that you can be motivated to get out of something. So, like, I have nothing bad to say about the facility. I have nothing bad to say about anybody there. I also think one of the benefits to the facility is that a lot of the staff are addicts in recovery. 2 years or more, I think, to work there, which I actually asked about. But they're in recovery, and they can really genuinely relate to your issues. Outside, I did a, what did I do? I did I forgot what it's called. It's one where you stay in a facility, non-residential. I did an outside program, basically, and it was virtual coronavirus, so it was all virtual. It wasn't like groups that I had to attend every day, but I got that done. And I really enjoyed that process. I just learned the tools. It was positive. Every day you talk about your feelings and how you're feeling today and issues you having. And you'll say things that you're going through, and you will feel alone. But, like, when you say it in the group, they really like, yo, I'm going through the same thing. And that whole feeling of just camaraderie and friendship and support. Like, y'all coming in together. I was very antagonistic coming into rehab. Not antagonistic, but I know I'm a certain way around men. So I'm coming in there like, and me being gay, me being skinny, I always have a chick on my back. Like, somebody is about to press me. Somebody is about to try me, and they about to find out. Like, but it was positive. It was camaraderie. It was one dude who I told I was gay. I gotta start telling rehab stories. I should do a rehab story thing on this YouTube channel. In that short 2 weeks I was there, it was just crazy. Like, a lot of things happened, a lot of experience, or a couple of almost fights, drama with me because I'm gay, and a lot of shit like that. But for the most part, it was really a supportive environment for me. So that's all I have to say. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button down there, hit the the notification bell, so you can be notified every time I upload. You'll get a notification on your YouTube every time I put up a new video. Come on, become a child of God. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Mwah. Thank ya. Bye.